Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and we are back for week 13 of our NFL picks. I am joined as always, well, when they're not working, by Gil Santos, better known as Gil Bay, and Jose Gomes, who, as you can tell, is a 49ers fan. That's why we call him Jose G. See, he used to be called Josaga, but see, they got beat by Duke, so now I'm going to call him Jose G for the rest of the year. Okay. So that's
Here's
what we're
the
gonna
G,
do.
baby.
That's right.
There's the G, buddy.
We'll get into that game, Gil, and why you shouldn't be wearing that shirt right now.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about that later.
That's against his team, and now he's all about the G. Get the hell out of here.
So
Jose,
we're gonna start with the.
If you listened to the damn show last week, I said, sticking with my word from the beginning, but I feel like Green Bay was gonna win. Did I not say that?
So what? But why didn't you pick Green Bay to win? If you're so confident in Green Bay, should have picked them to win. Who gives a shit about you? I'll take
that loss. I'll take the loss.
Okay.
Gil was just keeping his word, but we'll get into that game when we go through the games because we're gonna have a lot to say about these games. Now we're gonna start with the records. Gil and myself are tied at 102 and 76, and Jose is one game ahead at 103 and 75. One game ahead of the both of us. What a race. My son Dominic is going to give a quick hi, say hi, and then we're going to continue with the show. Okay? I'm going to continue with the show now. Thank you very much. Dominic, I have to do the show. You're going to make me start over now. Okay? Okay? Here, come see, and then don't bother me again. I have to start the show over now because of you. Okay? See?
Hi.
Okay, can you go now, please? Thank you. Say bye. All right. Now that we had our cameo from Dom, I'm not going to start the show over because, it's a 4-year-old. If you don't like a 4-year-old, then you need to unsubscribe from my channel, okay? Now, we're going to start with Thursday night, featuring a team that Gil and I predicted exactly right last week, but didn't go against them. So we're dumbasses, but we're going to say it anyway. Say it with me, Gil. Timber! As the Dallas Cowboys are becoming the choke boys again, they go to New Orleans to play the Saints, who might be the worst team in the NFL right now. So this one will be tough to pick. But who do you have, Gil, in this game of teams that just don't want to win?
I have Dallas as New Orleans. If that Winston's still playing Kamara, it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say Dallas. They got Cooper coming back. They're actually lucky the Eagles lost last week, or else they would have had a lot of pressure coming from the Eagles.
Yes.
So they're still comfortable, but I think they want to win just based off they've been making a lot of people have been making fun of them. So
there's another team possibly coming that plays them twice later in the year, but we'll get to them. Jose, who do you like in this one?
I like Dallas as well. They're not going to timber. They got last week. They had a lot of the wide receivers out. So this week they have them back. They should win this game.
Yeah, Dallas their defense let them down last week. I thought that they scored 33 points. They should have won the game, but their defense let them down. Dallas seems to always find a way to lose games, but I still think Dallas will beat New Orleans, as New Orleans is just going in a sinkhole somewhere with all their injuries. So I got Dallas to rebound in this one. To a game that is an ugly bowl, but is one I'm pretty confident in. The G-Men go to Miami to play the Dolphins. I'm just going to start this one off. This is my best bet of the week, Miami -4, and they're also my lock of the week for the Survivor as well. I got the Dolphins. Jose, who do you got?
The same here. I have them as my best bet, and the Survivor. I got Miami blowing them out.
They are -4, by the way, guys. A pretty good number if you want to take Miami, who's red hot right now. Gil?
I'm taking Miami as well, no doubt.
Yeah.
That is also the picks that I have, actually.
So wow, all three of us on the Dolphins, guys. Put your money up. Maybe you shouldn't, since all three of us like Miami. If all three of us like Miami, don't bet it now.
there's the upset of the week. The G-men come back.
Yeah, honestly, no Daniel Jones. They look lost. They're good at home defensively, which is why they won last week. But on the road, different story. So we all got the Dolphins there. I don't think I'm going to have to waste too much time on this game, but I know Jose is going to kill me on this one. The Indianapolis Colts, who choked last week because they got a dumbass coach who decided to throw the ball on every down despite having an MVP running back in Jonathan Taylor, blowing a 10-point lead to the GOAT. Hello, Frank Reich, you don't give the GOAT extra possessions. You're going to lose. Didn't our coach Kyle Shanahan learn that in the Super Bowl? But I guess nobody else has. So you give them extra possessions, and they win 38-31. But having said that, they're not going to lose to this ugly team that Jose correctly predicted. Who was our boy, Gil? Who was our boy last week?
Sure, you guys and your Tyrod Taylor. Not even Ricky
it didn't work out too well for us.
Not even Ricky Jarrett from the Ballers wanted to play with Tyrod Taylor, and you guys go with Tyrod Taylor.
It didn't work out for us too well. He lost at home to that Jets. So I assume we're all going to have Indy, but I'm not going to talk for the boys. I got Indy. Who do you guys got?
I got Indy. I got Indy as well.
I got Indy.
But you're right. But you're right. Last week was a mistake. They got away from what they are, and that was the run game.
Yeah, they're up 10, and they kept throwing the ball. Tampa Bay just said enough. We're going to zero blitz them. They got a turnover from Carson Wentz, who's known to turn over the ball. And then they got another one after that on a pick. And by the time they looked up, it was 31-24 Tampa Bay. And then they decided to give the ball to Taylor to tie the game. But at that point, you give 3 minutes to the GOAT, and you're going to lose, especially when Leonard Fournette has a crazy day. So we all are on Indy there, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Now, I tried to warn my friends last week, even though we're in a competition here, I tried to be friendly. I said, don't take the Detroit Lions. They're not going to win any games. But
listen,
what happens? Now, I'm going to get to Jose.
Detroit Lions.
I'm going to get to Jose.
Coach is the most horrible coach in the NFL. A coach that when the Detroit Lions are first and 20 yards and he runs the ball 3 times in a row.
Yep.
Are you fucking retarded? Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't deserve to be a coach.
Yep.
And you're winning the game.
Dan Campbell.
In the first half, when he was throwing the ball, they were scoring touchdowns, they were moving the ball. And then all of a sudden now he just thinks they're a running team. And then plus they lose their running back.
Yep.
DeAndre Swift to an injury.
Right away.
Are you fucking kidding? Get out of here, man. That guy's an idiot.
So
that guy,
he basically allowed the
Bears.
Never mind. He allowed the Bears to come back, run the clock all the way down, and kick a winning field goal. And then maybe even a worse coach, Nagy, who somehow thinks he's going to stay in the job, comes out and says, that was such an important win for us. Really? You're going to be gone, Nagy. I got news for you. Gil, what do you think?
Yeah, that Lion game was... Lions should have, but the Lions could have won.
They should have won the game.
They, like, playing wise, they know they're bad. They just want to get that 0 out of that W column. That's all they're looking for.
Yes. So this is why I'm bringing this up, because Gil's favorite quarterback is going to Detroit, and I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that Gil's going to go to the well again because Kirk Cousins, without Mr. Cook, is going to Detroit. Gil, are you taking Kirk Cousins this week?
No, I'm gonna take Minnesota.
Oh, you're taking Kirk Cousins. Okay. All right. I thought you were gonna take Detroit.
I'm not taking Cousins. I think Matheson's gonna have a field day.
Okay. No, you're not taking Kirk Cousins.
No.
By the way, in case people are wondering, we are 49ers fans, but the game was given away by Kirk Cousins last week, as we predicted he would. Jose, who do you have?
I have Minnesota winning this one. I think they're offensively better team, and defensively they're solid. They just had a tough game against the Niners last week, but they should bounce back, and Jefferson should have a good game, and Thielen too. They're great wide receivers, weapons for Cousins, and I think they'll win the game.
I got Minnesota as well. This is a playoff game for them. They have to keep pace for the 6th and 7th seed. They already lost to San Fran, so they lost the tiebreaker, so they're going to need this one. Minnesota, but close, maybe by 3. Philadelphia, the Eagles. Now, again, Jose is going to get on us for this, but what we said last week was Jalen Hurts was the reason the Eagles were doing well. Well, guess what happened? He was terrible last week, and the Eagles lost. So, as far as I'm concerned, me and Gil are right. Hurts was terrible. They lost. However, I'll say this. drop passes were a big part of this game as well, because the Eagles still could have won this game, but there were drop passes all over the place. That guy, we couldn't remember his name, Devonta Smith, dropping passes all over the field. So Jose was wrong about Devonta Smith. Okay. So Philly at Jose's favorite coach, the Jets. I'm going to start with Jose because I got a feeling he's going to pull something here.
No, I'm not gonna pull nothing.
Oh, he's not gonna do it. Okay.
I think Philly should win this game. I think they have a better team to win this game. That Jets pick was just against Tyrod Taylor. You guys can't pick Tyrod. Tyrod Taylor is shit. Anyways, so I pick Philly in this one.
Okay. Gil, who do you like?
Well, I took Philly to win the division, so I'm going to take Philly. This is not the game I'm going to take the Jets, so I'm going to take Philly.
I got Philly too. The Jets scare me, but not in this game. I think even though Hurts looks a little injured, I think they'll rebound and win this game. This is a big game for the Eagles. They can still make the playoffs, so I'll take the Eagles. The Arizona Cardinals, who we're still not sure if Murray and Hopkins are coming back. They're going to Chicago to play a team that I don't even know what to say about the Bears. I just don't know what to say. And I don't even know who to pick in this game, but I'm just going to ask Gil who you like in this one.
It's funny because at the beginning, you and Jose there ride horsing. The Bears are a great team. The Bears can't throw. They can't play defense. Before they used to play defense. You can't pick the Bears. I'm taking Arizona all the way. Doesn't matter who's there. Could be Colt McCoy. Could be the grandmother. I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Arizona's winning that game.
Jose.
We were writing on Chicago at the beginning of the season. Well, we were picking Chicago.
I was a fan of Fields.
Well, I didn't say that you guys chose them like to win the championship.
No.
But you guys were, Chicago is a great team. They're a good team this year. Watch out.
I thought Fields would make them better. I did.
But they're not.
No, they're not.
There's no flow on that team, Jose.
No.
There's no offensive flow.
No.
There's no defensive flow.
No.
There's no coaching flow.
Mac's not there. The coaching's
the
bad.
fans have no flow.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's horrible.
Jose, who you got?
You know what? I'm taking Chicago in this one. Just so then Gil can keep his mouth quiet. And if Chicago wins this one, you'll hear about it next week.
I'm going to take Arizona. I've been very impressed with them.
If Chicago wins this one, I'll buy you a case of beer, Jose.
Oh, okay. We got that on tape, guys. We have
Sounds
a case
good.
of beer on the line. I'm going to take Arizona. I've been very impressed with them on the road. Colt McCoy's won 2 games on the road, one against our San Francisco 49ers, who played their worst game of the season. And against Seattle, they also won. I got no problem taking them against the Bears, even without Kyler Murray. So I got Arizona in this one. To the toughest game of the week, in my opinion. Oh, maybe there's another one later, but we'll see. The LA Chargers, who I correctly predicted would go to the Mountain City and would get their ass kicked, which is exactly what happened. They go to play Cincinnati, who just blew apart the Steelers. But I don't want to hear from Jose how right he was, because if you listened to last week, he was on the Steelers if they had their defensive players. And guess what? They had their defensive players, and they got blown away 41-3. So we go to LA and Cincinnati, a playoff game, a big game for both teams. Jose, who do you got in this one?
I'm riding Cincinnati at home. I think they're having a good momentum right now, and Barrow's playing good, and Mixon is running the ball well for them. So I like Cincy in this. And LA Chargers are an unpredictable team. They win one, they lose one. They play good game one week, and then they do shit the next. So I'm picking the consistent. Well, they're not consistent, but I like Cincy in this one at home.
So Gil, you want to do it with me? San Diego Shitty Chargers. That's what they've always been to us, right? Who are you picking in this game, Gil?
So these games are tricky.
Yes, they are.
Jose.
They are.
And just because Jose said Cincinnati is on a high, and you're telling me they won 40-3, this is that game where everybody, because Cincy just played so well last week, everybody's gonna ride the Cincinnati. And guess what? The Chargers come in, Herbert's gonna go nuts, Eckler's gonna run all over them, and Cincinnati's gonna scratch their heads and wonder what the fuck happened. So I'm gonna take the LA Chargers.
I got Cincinnati. I don't like either one of these teams, but Cincinnati's been a little bit better. So I'll take Cincinnati. That's it. No reason why. Just Cincy. To a game that we're not going to spend any time on, the absolutely awful Atlanta Falcons, who, yes, found a way to beat the Jags. I don't care what you guys say. I didn't want to pick that game, but I have to, and they beat the Jags. There, you get the golf clap. Okay? You'll make the playoffs and get killed 40-3 in the first game. But they're going to play the GOAT, and they're going to lose. I got Tampa. Anybody got any problem with that?
No.
Gil?
No.
Jose? No upsets there? I didn't think so. Tampa Bay for everybody. To another game we're going to spend zero time on and will likely be most of our survivor picks, although this team is garbage. And I correctly predicted that Matt Stafford is a Stafford disaster. I told everybody. Everyone was on the Rams. All the Rams. They're favored by a point in Green Bay. Stafford's going to be MVP. Guess what? 3 straight games with pick sixes, 5 picks in his last 3 games, 9-72 against winning teams, and the Green Bay Packers, who Gil over there is wearing his jersey over there. They destroyed the Rams. Okay? That's what happened. I don't care about Stafford's stats after the game was over. They got destroyed. Now, the 2 men that you see over there picked the Rams. Shame on Gil for picking the Rams. Jose's just an idiot. I told him that Green Bay is a lock, and I was right.
Jose was an original pick. I just told you I would pick Green Bay at the time, but I went with my word that I said like 5 weeks ago.
So I'm gonna do this for Jose because he did it to me last week. Because he laughed at me when I picked Green Bay. Eat it. Anyway, we're all picking the Rams. They're playing Jacksonville. I'm not gonna waste any time. Am I speaking out of turn, guys?
You should pick your Jags, bro.
No, I'm picking the Rams. Okay, I'm picking the Rams. Because
Okay.
if they lose at home to the Jags, then they should fire the coach and get rid of the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Gil, Rams?
Yeah, Rams, yeah, we have to.
All right.
We're in a tight race. We're behind Jose 1 game. We can't start picking Jacksonville out of the way.
That's right. But we'll see. Jose hung on by a thread last week by a game, but we're going to see what happens this week. Now we're going to go to the Washington.
By a thread.
Now we're going to. Yeah, he was celebrating his 5-1 at 1 o'clock, and then he went 1-7 after that. So I don't want to hear about his role last week because at the 4 o'clock games it was over for him. And speaking of the 4 o'clock games, we're going to go to Monday night when these 2 fools pick the Sea Bags, who are one of the worst teams in the league this year. They tell Russell Wilson's going to do this and that. He's shit, Russell Wilson, this year because he wants to leave Seattle.
Relax. You picked the Washington football team.
That's right. I picked Heineke.
Relax
that's
yourself.
right.
Don't
because they beat
don't get
Tampa
too
Bay
excited.
and they beat Atlanta, and they have no problem beating Seattle either. That's what happened there. So
They
guess what?
won because they didn't convert the 2-point conversion. Relax yourself.
They won because Russell Wilson played like shit.
Yeah.
And Washington controlled the clock 41 minutes to 15. That's why they won the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to go to Washington at Vegas. Now, Vegas, they beat Dallas last week, but I'm not totally sold, and neither am I on Washington, even though I picked them last week. Gil, who do you got?
I got Vegas at home. It's an important game for them. And I told you, till Washington doesn't get a real name, I can't pick teams like that.
Okay. Jose, who do you got?
I like Vegas in this one. I think Vegas will win the game.
And I am going to take Washington. That's right. I'm going to take the football team. I'm not convinced that the Raiders are back or good because they beat the timbering Cowboys. I like the role Washington's on. I think they can make the playoffs now. If they control the clock, they can beat Vegas in Vegas. So I'll take Washington. That's my upset of the week, guys. To a game that I don't even want to watch this game. It was one of the best games of the year every year. But this is an ugly bowl because you got 2 quarterbacks who are garbage right now. And I'm talking about Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson, you can't throw the ball in the pocket, buddy. I watched that game. You threw 4 picks, and they were all from the pocket because you can't throw the ball in the pocket. You're never going to win anything if you can't throw the ball from the pocket. I don't care how many MVPs you win or how many times you run around. You're not going to win if you can't throw from the pocket. So they beat the absolutely awful Browns because of Baker Mayfield limping around like he's got like a hump on his back. Okay, even though he threw 4 picks, they're going to Pittsburgh to play a quarterback who's more done than Gil's knee. Ben Roethlisberger you're as garbage as Lamar Jackson. So good luck picking this game, guys. I'll start with Jose.
Pittsburgh at home.
Pittsburgh at home. Gil?
I agree with Jose. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I just feel like Baltimore's like that good looking girl that you have that you know just looks good on the outside, and then when you go sleep with her, you find out she wasn't as great as you thought. So I think that's what Baltimore looks like. So I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
This is a very difficult game for me to take.
It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry game. Regardless, it's always tough.
I honestly don't know who to pick in this game, guys. I'm not going to take any credit if I get it right, but I'm going to take Baltimore because I just don't think Ben Roethlisberger can play anymore. And at least I know Lamar can run and maybe score some touchdowns. Ben can't play anymore. So I think we're going to see Mason Rudolph in this game, and therefore I am taking the Ravens. To a game that me and Jose will have no question who we're taking. So I'll start with Gil with this one. The San Francisco 49ers, who found a way with their running game, not with Jose G, with their running game to beat the Vikings. Okay. They go to Seattle to play the awful Seabags, a team that has a quarterback who wants out and a coach that may go back to college. Jose and I, you already know who we're picking, so we'll leave it to Gil, and then we'll announce our pick. Gil, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners. The running game is great, just like me and you predicted. I don't.
Yep. It's
Jose's
about the
team.
running game. It's
Jose's team, and he still thinks Garoppolo has like something to do with their wins, but whatever. It's the running game. Their D's decent this year. Their D's been better last year, but this year their D's still decent.
Yeah,
they're in the hunt. They're in the mix. But it's the running game, and San Fran always has a running game. No matter which guy they throw out there, that guy runs for 200 yards.
I know. It doesn't matter who it is. Mitchell.
You guys have like a factory of running backs or something. Like
most starts, anybody can run for 100 yards on this team, it feels like.
And the ground game is good, especially in playoff games, because you can kill the clock certain teams, right?
Yeah. Like
you guys do. You guys always keep Rodgers off the field in the playoff games. Which I hate seeing.
That's right.
But I applaud it, right?
Yeah.
Good coaching.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel on San Fran. I'm just giving you a little insight of what I think.
Yeah.
But Jose, you're totally off, man. Jimmy has nothing to do with those wins. But I'm gonna take San Fran though, just to keep it short.
I'm going to do this quick because I want to leave it to Jose to talk about this game. I'm worried about Deebo Samuel being out because he's a major weapon for them. I'm still going to take San Francisco, but I'm worried about them without Deebo. Go ahead, Jose.
They're going to run the ball. They're going to score and run the ball. That's it.
Go ahead, Jose.
First of all, I never said that Jimmy G is the most important player on the team on the 49ers. I said he's a key player on the team. Okay. The main 49ers thing is running the ball. Everybody knows that.
And Kittle.
And the offensive line. If that offensive line is not blocking well, then there's no running game. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And second of all, Jimmy G is not the best throwing quarterback, but he did throw a couple of touchdowns last week. If you guys watch the game
from the play action.
Okay, exactly. So that's his game. That's their 49ers.
That's the game.
Play, is their game is the play action.
Yeah.
Like I said, and the 49ers will have a difficult time against the Seahawks because
they always do.
They always do. And Russell Wilson against the 49ers runs like crazy. Even like the first time in the beginning of the season when they played him in San Francisco, they lost. And Russell Wilson had a crazy game.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough too without Fred Warner also. He's going to be out of the game too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm still taking 49ers. I think, like we said, the running game they'll keep the Seabags off the field. And hopefully Jimmy G doesn't do anything stupid and just plays the game safe and they'll win the game. That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's the most
it.
important thing about the Niners is him not turnovers.
Yep.
And just keep the game safe. Like he doesn't have to throw like 30 passes a game. That's not his game. Then the game is the run game and just play action. As long as he can throw the ball and that's in the play action, that's all that matters. But anyways, yeah.
Okay, to the Sunday nighter, the Denver Broncos go to Kansas City to take on the Red Hot Chiefs. That's nothing else really to say about this game. It's a division game. It's an important game for both teams, but I'm pretty sure I'm confident who we're all taking here. But I'll start with Gil.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. They've been playing better, but so has Denver.
Yeah,
Denver went on a little slide and they went right back up. They're starting
yeah.
to play much better.
Their defense has been better since Miller left. Unbelievably.
Yeah. So the team dived after that 3-0 start where everybody said, "Oh my God, Broncos." Meanwhile, they forgot who they played.
Yes.
As I said on
as
the
you
show.
predicted, yes.
But then they fell and they went to like 3-4, 3-5, and they went right back up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say KC's gonna win, but be careful with
It'll
Denver.
be a tough game, I think. Yeah. Jose?
KC's back. The offense is starting to roll now, so watch out. They got their running back too. Eclair is back.
Yeah.
So they're even more dangerous. It looks like Mahomes is getting back to his old form and stuff like that. So I like KC in this one.
I don't know if they're all the way back. Their defense is a little better. Mahomes is still not all the way back, but they look like they're heading in that direction. This will be a tough game, but I got Kansas City at home beating the Broncos. To the game of the week, and it is the Monday Nighter. This would have been my best bet, but I thought Miami was a better best bet. But I'll start with Jose on this one when I announced this game. The red hot New England Patriots, who have won, I believe, 6 in a row. They have a red hot defense and they have a quarterback who's managing the game perfectly. They are going to a team that has a lot of question marks and refuses to run the ball and is putting Josh Allen in very uncomfortable positions, which has led to him failing against good teams. And it's probably cost him the MVP. But Josh Allen can get the MVP back playing New England 2 times in the next 3 weeks. So it's not over for him. We're going to find out who the Buffalo Bills are and what Josh Allen is in the next 3 weeks. So New England at Buffalo Monday night, big game. Jose, Gil, I have a feeling I know who you're taking, but let me see if I'm right.
I'm gonna take a split. I'm gonna take Buffalo at home, and then when they play in New England, I'm gonna take New England.
Okay.
I just think Buffalo at home is in its prime time game, and he's gonna step up big, Allen. And I think Mac Jones is gonna, against a good defense, Buffalo defense, he's gonna struggle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Buffalo will win this game.
Okay, Gil.
I don't know. I went back and forth with this game. It's difficult for me to pick, and like I was twisting towards Buffalo, but then they're at home. They have Allen, but they have no running game. Singletary, whoever, and Moss, there's no running game on that team, and Allen's struggling with that. If it's not him running it himself, they have no running game, and New England knows that. Yeah. So I think New England might pull off away based off that. I think they already know what's coming.
Yeah.
And even if they give it to Singletary or Moss, I don't think nothing's gonna. They're not dangerous at all. Yeah. Like you can tell by their numbers, no one's really done anything on that running game on that team.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you've got New England.
Yes.
Okay. I watched Buffalo play at home this year. They've struggled. Indianapolis put the wood to them. They lost to Pittsburgh at home earlier this year. They have struggled mightily to run the ball. Their Josh Allen is being asked to do everything, and he has proven to not be able to do everything for the team. And New England's defense is going to know exactly what they need to do. They've owned Buffalo over the years, obviously with Tom Brady, and I just think it's a curse on Buffalo. Every time they play New England, they look scared. I think New England's going to win this game. I think they're going to get to Josh Allen. They're going to run the ball down Buffalo's throat, which is what Indianapolis did. And I think New England's going to win this game, and I think they're going to win the game at home as well. So I think this is the downturn for the Bills. Josh Allen is going to get exposed because they don't have a run game, and they're going to ask him to do too much. He's going to throw a couple of picks. And I got New England winning this one in Buffalo and taking over the division and battling KC for the number 1 seed in the conference. So those are our picks for this week, guys. I mean, we got a lot of agreement, but also a lot of differences. So we'll see. I've already announced my best bet. I'll go with the Dolphins as my survivor because I've already used the Rams. What do you think, Gil, for your best bet? I think we all picked the Dolphins.
We all
correct?
picked the Dolphins.
So what do you got for survivor?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay, Jose.
Same. I had the Dolphins too.
Yeah,
So
guys. I don't know if you should bet all your money on the Dolphins this week or just not. Don't bet any money on the Dolphins, but I think they're the best bet of the week by a large margin. I think they're going to kill the Giants. So maybe we're right, maybe we're wrong, but we're going to see if we have a switch. Jose's hanging on. He's just hanging on, but a lot like, the Toronto Maple Leafs, he'll find a way to choke it. Remember, Gil, he had a 12-game lead. Remember, 12-game lead, Gil. It's down to 1.
The Leafs are in first place in their division.
Oh, we're going to talk about regular season Leafs again. Really? Yeah. They haven't won a playoff round in 17 years. We're going to talk about the regular season.
This is the NFL season, right? This is not the playoffs.
Okay.
So don't forget.
So,
all right.
Jose's the Leafs for now. But the choke is coming. Right, Gil?
Okay. We'll see.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's our show for this week, guys. We hope you had fun watching. We loved the feedback last week. We had some feedback from Jose's boys. I had some feedback from the NFL site that I'm on about the Dolphins. I hope that you like us now. You were all mad because I was talking about your Dolphins. We're all on the Dolphins this week. We all picked the Dolphins. So I hope to hear some positive feedback after we all picked your Dolphins this week, okay? So now we will see how we go this week. We'll see if there's any controversy this week that's going to fire some people up. Green Bay playing Green Bay's they're off this week, are they not? Yes.
Yeah,
Mr. Broken Toe is off this week. Didn't look like he had a broken toe when he ran in for the touchdown in the first quarter. Mr. Rogers. I don't know about you. You lie about everything, so I'm not sure about his broken toe that he showed to the media. But at least he's off this week and can heal.
But hey, let me tell you something. That guy is the best throwing quarterback in the NFL. That guy, I don't know how he gets those passes
off his back foot. Yes,
off his back foot, off his back, buddy. That guy throws like bombs, with the sling of his hand. It doesn't even try. I just don't understand.
I've said this before, guys, and we'll end the show with this, and Gil will appreciate this. I've said this to Gil. If I was picking a guy just for purely throwing the football, I've never seen anyone better than Rodgers. He throws the ball great. But if I'm picking a quarterback to win the game, it's going to be Tom Brady every single time because he can throw it as good and he's smarter than Rodgers. And the proof is in the pudding, guys. Look at their records. Look at the big games. Look at when they face each other. I'm taking Brady all day. But throwing the football, Rodgers. Mentality, Brady all the way. But that's just me. Gil's a Green Bay fan. He's quarterback rich. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. How much better do you get? But amazingly, only 2 Super Bowls. Brady's got 7. So, that's what I'm going to say about that. My 49ers need a quarterback. When they have one, maybe we'll win one. But until then, we're just going to be.
We could have had him.
We're going to be 6-6.
Rodgers.
Yeah, I know we could have had Brady. But we have a stupid GM named Lynch. Let's keep Garoppolo. Let's keep Jose G. How's that working out for you, Lynch?
It wasn't Garoppolo. It was fucking the Lynch. They wanted the Lynch. So they got fucked. So, oh, well.
We'll see what happens. Now we're a nice little average 500 team. Well, what are you going to do with injuries all over the place? But we'll see what happens this week. Big game for the 49ers. Packers off. I'm sure Gil's hoping, even though he picked Arizona, he's hoping Arizona loses so he can get home field throughout the playoffs. And same thing for the Cowboys, Timber, so they don't catch Green Bay, but we'll see what happens. But until week 14, I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese. That is Gil Santos, a.k.a. Gil Bay. This is Jose Gomes, a.k.a. Jose G, a.k.a. Josega. We will see you next week on the Reese Report. Thank you for joining us.